Hey Rad, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, I've been asked to do a presentation to a group of therapists on this project I'm working on. I told you a little bit about it. It's called Scaffolding Marriage. And I want to explain a little bit what that's about because it's a concept that was born out of my reading about Egyptian pottery 6,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago. I came across this concept, a very fun little concept. The Egyptians made pottery and about women. And one of the images they used was they have an elementary mother, which in pottery looked like a woman that was very broad in her bottom and narrower in her top, which is the elementary mother, where the elementary mother was totally focused on the raising of children and the safety of children and the nourishing of children and all of that stuff. So I've taken that as a clue and I built a model around marriage. And what I've seen is that, and what I'm going to present to these women therapists is that the elementary marriage happens in the first 10 or 12 or 14 years when a couple, this is just a generalization, not a scientific discovery, when the couple has their children and they're focused on safety and nourishment and education and that the children grow up okay. Somewhere in there, the children become teenagers and a big change happens. Now, what has happened is this theoretical man and women have been doing a very, very good job of getting their children to school and having them safe and providing for them. Right around the time they start to become teenagers, they start to notice the children don't need all that elementary parenting anymore, or helicopter parenting, some people call it. They don't need it. They're becoming young adults. And in the becoming young adults, guess what happens? There's a lot of who says and what for. And there's a lot of fighting and arguing and disagreeing. At that same point, those two parents, our theoretical two parents, are becoming midlife. They're coming right into their 40s and 50s. And that's the time we talk about when men are restless, women say, I don't know what I'm here for, I don't know what I'm going to do, and so on. There's a time of crisis there. And in that crisis, nobody's holding that space, that's an okay space to be in for them. So we have about a 50% divorce rate going on when adults just give up, or maybe I don't love her anymore, or maybe I picked the wrong man, all kinds of theoretical crap that really isn't necessarily true. But that leads into a phase that I'm calling the transitional phase. And the transitional, first is the elementary phase, now we're moving into the transitional phase, which is a lot of questions. It mirrors what the adolescent is saying. The adolescent's saying, I'm no longer that, I'm becoming this, but I'm not this yet. So I question authority, and I question what your values, I question school, I question principal, I question you, Dad, when you say I can't or I can. I'm going to be making a lot of decisions about myself more and more as I become a young adult. Well, the parents are doing the same thing. The man is saying, I gotta find out what I really need from a woman that I didn't know. And she's saying, I gotta find out what I really need from my deep creative resources, what kind of woman I am becoming now. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna work at a job, be somebody's assistant? Am I going to create a whole new life for myself? So in the next video, we're gonna talk about that. This is called the Scaffolding of Marriage. Stephen Frew, I look forward to talking to you soon.